Honorable Minister displaying his weakness. And I want to tell Mr. President directly now that he should do the needful. Now, Wike is embarrassing him in FCT. He should sack Wike now.
Welcome back once again. Nyesom Wike is in serious trouble. Abuja residents and workers have decided to march out in their numbers, stating clearly that Nyesom Wike should be sacked. As a matter of fact, telling Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as the president of this particular country, to use his power he used in appointing Nyesom Wike to actually relieve him of his office as the FCT minister. What are the grievances of these workers? These workers are the workers who are actually aggrieved over a lot of things that is up to get to them. But they have stated that Nyesom Wike, instead of him to have a round table with them, discuss, dialogue, and see reasons at which they are, agitating or protesting, he went as far as replying them that if they want or if they wish, they should go ahead and call virtually all the workers, retired workers across the 36 states in this particular country, that he doesn't give a damn. This is Nyesom Wike replying these workers who are older than him and everything. I'm going to be playing the video for you to see how they furiously stated it clearly. And I don't see Nyesom Wike surviving this. At this point in time, they called on Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the president of this country that he should sack Nyesom Wike without even hesitating. On the other hand, a lot of persons are stating, if you are telling Bola Ahmed Tinubu to sack Nyesom Wike, you know fully well that he needs him in 2027 election and all what have you. So is he going to sack Nyesom Wike that he actually needs? Because the 2027 political space is actually hitting. On the other hand, Senator Ndume, which I'm going to be showing in this particular video, came out recently and exposed what we call the tax fraud, that what they approved and what they vetted in the Senate House is not exactly what Bola Ahmed Tinubu signed. The one Bola Ahmed Tinubu signed and made public is different from what they actually, proffered or stood firm for Nigerians. I'm going to be showing you all in full context. Before I do that, listen attention to this particular video and see how Nyesom Wike's aide came out and identified that he is behind Similar Ifubara's impeachment and igniting the House of Assembly members to actually do the needful by impeaching Similar Ifubara. This shows you that Nyesom Wike is guilty of all these workers protesting.
That's your question. My question is about what I perceive to be a proxy signaling of the presidency. First, it was Dr. Senator Bashir, who said to the minister, we don't know you as a registered member. We can speak on the issue of our party. And in his last paragraph, in that statement, he said, if you're preoccupied with the issue around Rivers politics, resign from this government. Bola was interviewed on our platform, and he said the minister has been adequately compensated. And then he said, allow the governor to rule. That's why I said I don't want to go to the merit. But do you think that the presidency is indirectly sending a message to Nyesom Wike to taper or back off?
There are things I will not come to this station to say. I know this political game very well. I've been around for a very long time. I know when people come and talk, when another thing happen behind the closet too. The one that will people will come and talk on television will be different from the one that is happening. And on this River State issue, what people have come to tell you on television is different from what is happening. And the person of the governor knows that. Let me say this again. You have mentioned about Wike issue, Kineko. If I am a minister and you are a governor and I'm able to control your House of Assembly, then something is wrong with it. It is because you are weak. If you are weak, I said that you are weak. If I am here in Abuja and I'm the one controlling 27 members of your House of Assembly, you only have 3, and the 3 are not even coming to the House again. So that means all the entire members of the House of Assembly are the one controlling, and you are the governor of River State. I beg, you should agree and admit that you are weak.
So
you should come to me and prostrate and do toilet.
I'm sorry, sir. I think that is not debatable, which is why people are feeling that Nyesom Wike should give the governor a breather. First, he controls the assembly members. Just hold on, sir. He controls the assembly members. He controls all the local government, literally the entire political structure. So what is the problem?
If you control the political structure and you are the governor, then you should come to the if I'm the one controlling all this structure in your state and you are still the governor, then you should, if you are wise, you should come to me and do the one that driver people will say, do trial it for me like this.
So the governor should come and beg the minister.
Carry your leg up. So he should come and beg now.
The governor should come and beg the minister.
In this case, do you just know that this tout just acknowledge that Wike, his boss, is the one ruling, is the one behind the impeachment of Rivers State Governor? With his word, that what he came out to the national TV to come and speak, he said, if Nyesom Wike is the one controlling the 27 members of House of Assembly and all the local government, it means the governor is weak. He should come. You heard it from his mouth. He should come and say to Ali You understand? In other words, this guy just acknowledged that Wike is the one behind the impeachment of Ubara.
Welcome back once again. You listen attentively to the aid of Nyesom Wike. Look at how old he is, actually playing a role of aid to Nyesom Wike. This shows you. Look at the type of statement he made. This shows you that Nyesom Wike is behind virtually everything that is happening in Rivers State. As if that is not enough, the workers are seeing what is happening, that if they keep quiet, Nyesom Wike will come and portray and play out all the political roles he's actually playing in Rivers State. That is why they resisted him, and they have stated that Nyesom Wike should be sacked on or before time, because they will continue to protest. I'm going to play the video for you to hear clearly. They protested, they marched down, hit the street, and stated it clearly without any fear nor favor. Now watch the video and see how they have called for Nyesom Wike's sack. And when we come back, I'll exactly show you the recent expose made by Senator Ndume concerning this tax reform bill and the approval and everything that you need to know. Watch, and when we come back, we'll continue.
Honorable Minister displaying his weakness and his arrogance. And I'm using this opportunity to call on Mr. President. I've called attention of the son of the Mr. President, that is Tinubu. And I want to tell Mr. President directly now that he should do the Nufu. Now, Wike is embarrassing him in FCT. He should sack Wike now and bring another responsible, intelligent minister to FCT. Any minister you bring to FCT will perform because there's money in FCT.
Welcome back once again. You've seen exactly what they stated. This is their representative stating it clearly that Nyesom Wike should be relieved of his duties because he does not know what we call dialogue, and for him to even come to a round table to call these workers and know their grievances and actually do the needful, instead of giving them a reply that he doesn't give a damn if they want, they should go and call all the workers across the 36 states in this particular country. That he sounds as though he's the god of this time. And this is the reason why these workers are stating no, that they have seen other ministers that has actually ruled the FCT. Nyesom Wike is not the first. Neither is he going to be the last. So why is he actually doing this? Moreover, he's not even in the ruling party of the APC. So this is a man who set confusion in PDP, who is trying to, relieve Simila Ifubara and impeach him. This is a man who is causing chaos in FCT and actually playing gimmicks and politics that is not obtainable. And above all, these workers actually took the bull by the horn by stating this. Now let me leave you with the rest of the video for you to understand and see what is actually happening within the Senate chambers. As Senator Ndume, he has always stood upright to expose whatever gimmicks, whatever tricks, whatever plays they want to actually take on Nigerians. Watch, and when we come back, we'll wrap up.
You will agree with me that even, what do you call that guy, the chairman of the Presidential Committee on Tax Reform, Onyewole, admitted that there are, differentials, two versions, or at least two versions of the tax law, and that if something has to be done, it has to be the National Assembly.
Right. So how come you're saying it's not, there's no discrepancy?
That is his opinion. That is his opinion. And as for me, I did a lot of research on it. And the House of Rep member raised that matter, and they didn't deny it. And the House of Rep is still investigating those discrepancies. So I went in to do, and there are discrepancies. My problem is not whether there are discrepancies or not. I'm worried about doing things behind closed doors. This is government of the people, for the people, and by the people. And for God's sake, why would you hide anything? Even if it is personal, if other people have interest in it, like you, in your house. How can you be personal about something that affects your family? That is it. Nigeria is for us. I mean, if it's true that such thing is not true, then it should, the government or whoever is responsible should come out clean and say, look at it. And it's the same thing about opinions. I am a senator and you call me rebel and doing all that. But I have the right to express my own opinion. Let somebody else come. Sometimes people come here to abuse me even. Or let them come and speak their mind, for God's sake. And Nigeria is for all of us. I mean, so when you say there's a problem, then you come up and say, where is the problem? If that person said, this is the problem, then you are being fair to yourself and Nigerians. I am one of those that called on the president first. That I was one of those that identified the differences. And I called on the leadership to say, look, there is a problem here because what we passed is not what the president signed.
So why do you think Ababio is saying there's no discrepancy?
I'm not Ababio. So
I know, but I'm asking, you were there in the National Assembly.
No, I was not there. I went to pray, I think, when he said all this.
You went to the loo when
I believe you've listened attentively to everything that Senator Ndume has stated. This is an expose of actually what is happening beneath the particular tax reform bill and what they sign is different from what Bola Ahmed Tinubu has asserted. And this shows you the corruption that is within the National Assembly and all what have you. And that is the more reason why Senator Ndume has stood at the test of time to always come to state the truth, for his own conscience to be cleared. Because for crying out loud, these are the reasons at which he made this particular statement. And he is bold enough to stand firm in the political space to tell the masses that look at exactly what is happening. You're taxing the masses. Yes, every individual and citizen of the country is supposed to be taxed, so that the tax will be used to bring what we call dividends of democracy to the people. But after the tax, they must have been taxed. The dividends of democracy is nowhere to be found. And these are the reasons at which he's stating and demarcating the APC that they are actually not appearing firmly over what is actually happening. I decided to bring this to your view. What is your take towards everything that is actually happening? React on the comment section. React and actually advise Wike to trade the place of caution over this particular crisis in Abuja. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.